Hey everybody, just want to share a quick little insight from my study General Conference this morning. I was listening to the April 1934 General Conference, and LeGrand Richards was speaking, and he was speaking about the work of the Lord in gathering Israel on both sides of the veil. And he just shared a series of short stories, like, maybe half a paragraph each, about people who'd sacrificed tremendously to build the kingdom on either side of the veil. Stories about a young man wanting to go on a mission and being like, well, I can't really afford it. I'm helping pay for my brother's mission and I want to get married to you. And a girl saying, go. You need to go on a mission. I will work and I will pay for your mission and your brother's mission. I'll make sure you're taken care of. You need to serve a mission. Or stories about some lady who's like, I feel like my brother needs to serve a mission and he wants to serve, but he can't afford it. I'm going to work and help pay for his mission and help support his wife and kids. Because back then, they would call people on missions who were married and had kids. Just amazing stories. But then he shares one specifically that really hit home to me. He talked about one elder whose dad had always looked forward to his son being able to serve a mission. And that dad passed away right before his son got called. And when he got his mission call, he had a dream. And in that dream, his dad came to him. And his dad told him, I will be with you on this mission because this is going to be my mission too. And the reason that hit home for me was when I was younger, my first nephew passed away. My sister was getting ready to go on her mission to North Carolina, and my brother had flown in and was there for the farewell, and his wife went into labor early, and Jerem passed away. And it was really hard for my family, especially because, there's all sorts of unknowns and people wanting to place guilt on themselves of, could it be because they flew in? Could it be because of this? Could it be because of that? There's just a lot of raw emotions during this time. And my sister, getting ready to go into the MTC, she goes into the MTC, and there in the MTC, she has a dream. And I feel inclined to share this with you, but she has a dream, and in this dream, a man walks up to her and says, Aunt Julia, this is Jerem. I need you to go tell Grandma to stop worrying about it and to get focused on temple work, because there's a lot of people here waiting for her to find them. And so my sister writes home to my mom and says, hey, I had a dream and Jerem came to me and he told me to tell you to stop worrying about him and to start focusing on family history. And at the time, our family history file was really small. My mom's a convert. And so my mom started diving into family history, and it went from like 500 names to over 10,000 names in the file. I remember going to the temple and doing 50 baptisms for the dead. And then my brother do 50 baptisms for the dead. And then our neighbor do 50 baptisms. I was waterlogged, but we were blessed to have an explosion of family history. And I trace it back to that event. And so that story just kind of jogged that event in my mind, and I just wanted to share it with you today. I hope that you realize that the work is growing on both sides of the veil.